Hey guys, it's Jenna. Welcome back to my channel. Today, in today's video, we're going to be talking about something super fun. We're going to be talking about eyeshadow palettes that I almost bought, like literally this close to buying, and then I decided last second that I didn't want them, or I forgot about them, or basically I didn't end up buying them. So I'm super excited to talk about this. I actually have some very interesting palettes in this list that I came up with that I was like, wow, yeah, I don't know why I didn't buy those, but you'll have to let me know if I should be getting these anytime soon. Today's video is also super special because it's also in collaboration with one of my fellow YouTube friends. Her name is Alonso. I really hope I said her last name right, but she is also a makeup reviewer like myself. She's incredibly detailed, and one of my favorite videos that she does do is her 5 looks, 1 palette series, where she does 5 different looks, which gives me some inspiration on how to use my palettes better and more creatively, so I love that. I've gotten the opportunity to get to know Patty in the last couple of years, and she's actually one of the sweetest creators that I know. She's just as sweet offline as she is online, and I'm so happy to be collabing with her because she is just one of those creators I look up to. So don't forget to check out her video after this one because I'm super excited to find out what palettes she almost picked up. I wonder if we have any similar palettes here. We do end up picking up some of the same makeup sometimes, so I'm kind of curious if there's any overlap. Now let's get into the very first palette that I almost picked up. I'm actually just gonna pop up the Sephora app because I actually kept them all in my loves list, which is very funny. They really were going to be palettes I was going to get, right, at one point. A lot of these are out of stock or marked down now, which is kind of interesting. The first one is the Too Faced Christmas Coffee Mini Eye Palette. This is one that I typically fall for every year. I get those mini tin packaging eyeshadow palettes, and this is one that is really pretty. I do like that kind of greeny blue and that really nice cranberry shimmer. And then there's a lot of wearable shades in here as well. But I think the reason I held off a little bit was because I'm sort of losing some inspiration with Too Faced and what they put out. I do still really enjoy their tin palette they put out in the fall. So this year it was the Cinnamon Swirl one. I really do love that one, but otherwise they put out quite a few other palettes that haven't really grabbed me lately. So I had it as like a, yeah, I think I'm gonna get it at some point because the quality in these tin pans is still actually pretty strong. I wouldn't say it's the strongest as their big fall launch, but it's still pretty close. So this is one that I almost got. I mean, look how cute the little Christmas coffee is with the cinnamon man. Cinnamon man? No, gingerbread man. My goodness. I just love this. I think it's adorable. The packaging nearly got me, and the shades do look really, really nice, but I ended up saying no last second. If you picked this up, please let me know down below what the quality was like, especially if you got the Cinnamon Swirl and any comparisons there to share with everybody else here in our community. But I don't know, it was something I was this close to getting and then ended up changing my mind. This next palette, I actually did get quite a few requests to review, but then ended up last second saying no because a lot of you guys had changed your mind also. I was reading in my comments, and that's what I do. I kind of keep tabs in my comments and try my best to reply back to you guys. This is one that sort of had some chatter, but I wasn't really sure. This is the Naked Cyber eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay, and I don't know if it's just the colors look kind of dusty or there's something missing, like are they dull or something? They don't seem to really pull me in. It doesn't look, and by the way, I don't know why like they called it cyber anyway. I'm kind of missing the inspiration there. I'm kind of like, does this look futuristic? I don't even know what futuristic would be in my eyes. Maybe like different types of finishes and stuff. And I think that's what Urban Decay was trying to do with this one. According to the Sephora reviews, it's actually like pretty good. 4 out of 5 stars for the reviews. It does say this is a cyberspace virtual reality inspired palette that levels up eye looks with buildable neutral shadows in satin, matte, shimmer, metallic, and glitter finishes. There's also some duochrome shades. It's a vegan palette. It's cruelty free as well. I don't know. I mean, I do have one naked palette at the moment in my collection. Not really a ton of uses out of those. And I think that's probably speaking to another brand I've sort of lost some momentum with their eyeshadow palette launches. I think before that it was the Prince collection, which I was like, nah, like definitely not. Like anti-haul that one 100%. Like for sure. But this is one I wasn't really sure about. Even the shades on swatch look kind of light. But I was still going to get it regardless because the requests for reviews were pretty high. But then all of a sudden you guys started changing your minds too, and I was like, hey, if you guys are no longer interested, then I am certainly not either. So this is one that I almost bought and then didn't, and I'm kind of glad about it. No hate to Urban Decay, but I haven't missed it, so maybe the next one will inspire me more. This is one that actually is out of stock right now at Sephora Canada, but this one is ranked really, really high, and I might still get this one. This video is still palettes I didn't get, so I haven't gotten it yet. It's been an almost buy for quite a long time, like in and out of the bag multiple times. This is the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes Pressed Pigment Palette, and they do have a couple palettes in their line as of now, but this is the only one that has inspired me enough to really want to get it. The Supreme Bronze is a little bit kind of off, like it's just a little bit too bright maybe in the yellow and the red department. There's also some brighter palettes overall, and those just really aren't my cup of tea right now, but the Supreme Nudes is one that gives me some ABH and Mario vibes from way back in the day. That was one of the palettes I loved. When it expired, it literally broke my heart. Like, I tried using it at one point and it was so dusty, did not have the best performance. I knew it was just done, and I was like, there just hasn't been a color story since that has been just like it. This one's close though. Has those nice like deep greens, deep kind of purpley beige colors, just everyday friendly with a little bit of pizzazz, right? So because it's ranked so high as well, it gives me some serious FOMO. Like, I do want to get this at some point. So I figured I would include it in this video because it's almost one I bought multiple times and yet still is not in my collection. So let me know down below if this is one that you really like, because if it is, I will wait till it comes back in stock and I will grab it right away. I will finally pull the trigger. The next palette I almost bought is another one from Too Faced. This is the Teddy Bear It All eyeshadow palette. This is one that has Too Faced in one of the embossments and then like a cute little, that's not a pig, is it? No, it's supposed to be a teddy bear. Duh. I looked at first glance, I'm like, oh, it's a cute little pig, but why is it called Teddy? It's a teddy bear, Jenna. Duh. Anyways, this is really cool because it's another one of those everyday friendly palettes with some interesting pops of color in pinks. We have two shimmery finishes according to like this picture here, and it sort of looks like Huda Beauty vibes. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like those really beautiful shimmers she has in some of her palettes that just look quite bright and textured and metallic in nature, very sparkly. This is one though that I kept saying no to because I wasn't sure about if I truly liked it. Like, I liked it, and then I didn't like it. And then I was like, maybe I have shades like this. And then I was like, but it just looks so cute. I don't know. A lot of you guys really like it, and a lot of you guys don't. I think it was kind of like a 50-50 split amongst my audience about, like, is this actually a palette worth getting? So I kind of want to see the front of it, because Sephora's not showing me. Is it really cute on the front, too? I'm curious. This palette is apparently inspired by the softest teddy bear you own. It's kind of cute. I'm going to share with you guys how they describe this because it's kind of funny. These sensual shades were formulated to feel smooth and buttery against your skin while they deliver high pigment seductive color. Like, kind of awkward that we're talking about a teddy bear and seduction. Like, what? Anyways, it apparently does smell like honey graham crackers as well. Very interesting, but besides the bizarre promotion for this palette, like, I do think it is actually a really cute palette. So if this is one that you have picked up, let me know if I need it, because I could be convinced otherwise. This next one is actually one that I almost bought a lot. Almost bought this palette so often that I just wasn't sure if it was actually going to be a nice consistency, a nice formula, until YSL came out with their Holiday Clutch palette. Then I was able to test out the formulation and I really, really loved it. This is the YSL Couture Clutch eyeshadow palette from just before holiday. It has a gorgeous packaging style as well, very similar to their bags actually. And it's marked down right now at Sephora Canada, so this might be the day. I literally got reminded of it. I'm like, oh yeah, this palette. This one has the same amount of shades as the holiday one. It does seem to be in kind of like quadrants, which is kind of cool. I can definitely visualize some looks. There's a brighter yellow in there, which is a little bit different. And we also have some pinks and some other everyday comfortable tones I'm used to. And a really cool, it looks like a matte black or maybe a satin black. It's hard to say, but The swatches look kind of interesting. At first I was like, maybe I don't need this, but I was more so worried about the formulation because I had tried an eyeshadow from YSL many years ago. I guess that's not a long time ago, but you know what I mean. Like enough of a period ago where I was like, like it wasn't actually that impressive. And then the holiday palette was like, whoa, really impressive. Very smooth, creamy, more of a softer look overall, but really, really nice just formulations. So I'm hoping that this palette is just like the holiday one. If you guys have tried it, let me know because I would definitely make or break my decision on this palette if your input says it's very similar to holiday. There's only 4 reviews on this. They are 5 stars, but 4 reviews isn't really a ton, so... This one's inspired by a wardrobe of colors inspired by Paris, the iconic city that's anchored in Yves Saint Laurent's beauty heritage. There are 10 shades, including metallic silvers, copper bronzes, satiny roses, that are juxtaposed with bold pops of color, matte purple, and opaque black. Pretty cool. Honestly, this might be something that will also challenge me a little bit color story wise, which I'm definitely up for the challenge. So let me know your thoughts, but this is a palette I definitely haven't purchased yet. I almost did multiple times, but I think that day might be coming because the sale price makes it very attractive. Surprise, surprise, we have another Too Faced palette that I almost bought and then didn't. Oh gosh, this is bad. This is the Born This Way, the Natural Nudes eyeshadow palette. This actually has quite a bit of natural shades, which I do like. There's very similar shades that were in the Teddy Bear palette though. I can kind of see a little bit of similar vibes. This is kind of like a marketed, everyday friendly palette, right? This is actually one I have seen everywhere, not just at Sephora. I've seen it at Nordstrom as well, multiple other beauty retailers, with a lot of people picking this one up. So let me know your thoughts. That's why I was kind of interested in it because I know so many people enjoy it. This one is a palette of modern nude shades inspired by the beautiful nuances of real skin tones. There's coconut water, rose, and hyaluronic acid in some of these shades as well in the ingredients, which I really like as well. Means it's going to be nice and creamy, hopefully, right? So there's some mattes and some shimmers in here, and it's kind of like a gradient. It goes from the fairest all the way to the deepest, which really pleases me aesthetically. I do like that. And it looks like there's a nice variety of shimmer and matte, nothing too overbearing either which direction. So this is one I still haven't picked up. Let me know if I should, because it is one that I could be convinced. This one probably more so than the Teddy Bear one. Like now that I read the promotional ones, it's really like thrown me off about what they're trying to do with that palette. Plus I thought the Teddy Bear was a pig, so you know, I was confused all around. But this is one that looks like it's much more of a straightforward inspiration, organization, how it looks. So I do think this is one that I could be convinced as well, but so far I haven't picked it up yet. So let me know your thoughts if it's worth buying. This last one is one that I think I might get yet. Maybe I'm waiting for a sale, I don't know. But it's ranked really, really high as well. And I think a couple of you said that I need this palette. So that's why I was like, maybe it's time. This is the Bobbi Brown Luxe Metal Rose eyeshadow palette. And this one is one that has very interesting tones as well, everyday friendly. In my opinion, there's also some nice deep roses, which makes sense. It is a rose-themed palette. This is one that has 8 shimmers, soft to shimmering shadows, it says, featuring creamy mattes, metallic gelée finishes, and luxe multi-textured effects, which is really cool. So it's like there's so many different finishes in this palette. And it has been a while since I have tried a Bobbi Brown palette. Such a while ago that I don't even recall any experience. I have tried their creamy eyeshadows in like the single sticks. I've tried those and I've enjoyed them, but I don't know if I've tried a palette. Nothing is coming up in my memory. So I do like the packaging. It looks like it's going to be pretty luxe as well. So I'm pretty curious how this is going to go. I really like NARS's baked gelée formulation. And it says that this is like a metallic gelée, which is really, really interesting. So I might be potentially convinced on this one too. So it might not stick to a palette that I'm not going to get. It might get into the palettes that I will get. But let me know your thoughts on all of these palettes. Are there any palettes that I should be picking up that I've made a mistake passing over? I would love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to check out Patty Alonso, her channel, her video on this. I'm really excited to see what she has for her palettes that she almost bought. And don't forget to subscribe to her as well. She is super sweet. I know that you will enjoy her content. Until my next one, guys, take care and stay safe. Bye, guys.